Two-man booth tonight, but we are talking WWE wrestling. We're talking TNA wrestling. We're talking AEW wrestling. We're talking New Japan. We're talking AAA Mexico. We're talking all different types of wrestling because it's your boy Virgil. It's your boy Coach. And we are here on a Sunday night to give you what you need. That's right. That's Sunday Night Delight from the WeBook It Boys.
All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the WeBook It podcast. Yo, and this is your number one spot when we're talking about wrestling. You want to come here? We got the best damn wrestling crew there is. And of course, tonight I am joined by the host of Monday Night Raw Dog Mondays. That's right. He is the man. He is the booking champion of the world. He is Coach Man. What's up, Coach?
Virgil, always a pleasure to be with you once again on this Sunday night. I hope everyone that is listening and tuning in is staying cool because here in the Midwest, it's not just the heat, it's also the humidity that's killing us right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I was in my garage putting a new garage opener up on Saturday, dude, and literally I was dripping sweat just from doing that. Like, it was nuts. And the garage door was closed. Like, it was terrible. Mm-hmm. It's horrible outside, dude. And your job, you're outside. Like, there's no escaping it for you. There's no escaping it.
I was out at the fields for 10 and a half hours yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, it sucked. But worth it. Got a lot of good FaceTime with recruits, so that's what it was all about.
That is what it's all about. Literally, y'all. Yes, he is not only the coach when it comes to wrestling, he is the coach when it comes to baseball as well. He knows his stuff. So if you ever need any advice baseball wise, Coach is your guy. There you go.
I got you, people.
All right. And we are going to talk some wrestling tonight. So first things first, we have to talk about it. I don't believe there was an episode that went up after SmackDown on Friday, which was one of the best and most epic SmackDowns that has been in a while. John Cena, at the end of that SmackDown, went against R-Truth in a match that R-Truth won by disqualification. And then John Cena proceeded to be attacked by CM Punk. And as he was attacked by CM Punk, John Cena gave CM Punk a AA through the Slim Jim table. And then he proceeded to jump on the top turnbuckle and he sat down and he grabbed the microphone and cut a promo very, very similar to the promo that CM Punk cut on him way, way back 14 years ago. And this promo, CM Punk basically called out John Cena for being a phony, for being a fake, for being somebody that has taken advantage of the system, and that he hates the fact that the idea that John Cena is the best because he's not the best. CM Punk is the best. So John Cena proceeded to cut the same promo pretty much on CM Punk, not line for line, not word for word, but pretty much the same promo. And then also reminded him that he is no longer the voice of the voiceless. He's a freaking millionaire. You know, like I said, he is Mr. TKO now, showing up in suits and gym shoes. He always has a pair of Jordans on with a suit, you know, his hair slicked back, you know, and all these things like that. So CM Punk is no longer punk. He's no longer like punk rock. He's no longer anti-establishment. He is now the establishment. And it's hilarious how the tables have turned. First things first, I got to know from you, Coach, what did you think of the promo that went viral literally moments after the show went off the
air? That's what I'm talking about, people. That is what I'm talking about. This was the Cena we've been waiting for in this heel run. Yep. It was almost like creative finally just said, you know what? Forget about The Rock. Forget about Travis Scott. Cena, you do what you want to do. You go ahead and do what you want to do with this stuff. Like, because this is your last run. We're not going to try and tailor it to anybody else but you. And he ran with it. Like, you could tell there was some realness in that promo in a way when he was talking about himself, not necessarily towards CM Punk with any animosity, but just the fact that like you could see it was an actual genuine smile. Like he was having fun doing this. And I think he's been having fun, don't get me wrong, with this heel run. But lately it's just been kind of the same old stuff. Like before this CM Punk feud, it was get hit with finishing moves for like 3 weeks before the title match, use the title to win the match, etc. Now, I know it's ironic because he kind of did the same thing against R-Truth last night, but that's beside the point. Promo-wise, I've been waiting for something like this from him since his first night that he came back as a heel. Because that first promo was really good. I thought that had a potential to be promo of the year, and then this happened. So, and then I'm like, okay, well, he just one-upped himself. But
absolutely,
I think finally they are going away from, and I think people are realizing this too. We're not waiting for The Rock to come in to owe an explanation. We're not waiting for Travis Scott to come in and try and wrestle with Cena and everything or be a tag team partner. It's all Cena now. And he kind of established that in this pipe bomb promo when he just basically said he did this for himself. And in the same way, calling out Punk for being a hypocrite with what he stands for and what he's actually doing. So bravo.
I like one thing that you said. You said that, Cena is, there's some realism to this promo. And I 1,000% agree with you. He feels some of these things in real life, how the fans chant for CM Punk and how he is probably envious of CM Punk, and the way that CM Punk is able, as he says, to BS. He's the best BSer out there in the world because he sells people in these pipe dreams. And he basically comes out and cuts the same promo and things like that. He'll slide the little mic cover off, and he's gonna grab the microphone and he's gonna go on 10. He's gonna name drop some people, say some things that's like not cool with the industry to say, and things like that. And he'll talk about people in from different promotions. He'll name drop them and all these different things. And I mean, these are the same tactics and maneuvers that CM Punk has used since the pipe bomb. I mean, it's kind of what he's known for. It's his thing, the way he communicates with the audience and the way that he drops these type of promos. I mean, it catches the audience and they really, really go for it. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see Cena really working on all cylinders, not only putting out some great matches, but also, really this feud and CM Punk being able to bring out the best in John Cena. And just as CM Punk brings out the best in John Cena, I believe John Cena brings out the best in CM Punk, because we're about to see next level nuclear war, pun and no pun intended, from CM Punk tomorrow. Like, it's going to be nuts. Like, I don't even know what he's going to say tomorrow on the microphone. He might kick off the show. He might end the show. I don't even know what he's going to say, but it's going to be bleeped and it's going to be nuts. Like, crazy. Like, what do you suspect from CM Punk tomorrow as far as a promo?
Oh man. What I feel like is going to happen is he's going to probably start out as that, like, well, you're kind of right, John, about a few things, like, and he'll kind of list off the things Cena said, but then that's when he'll start firing himself up and then start going after Cena for something. I just don't know what it could be, though. I really don't know how you top or how you even respond to Cena's promo like that. But if anybody is capable of doing that, CM Punk is the guy.
Yep, absolutely. CM Punk, for sure, 1,010% is the guy that will be able to figure out a way how to top John Cena's promo and make him look like an idiot. and really sell the tickets on their fight, man. That will be happening this up and coming Saturday in we think in Saudi Arabia, which actually brings me to the next part. With America being on the brink of war with Iran, which is very, very close to Saudi Arabia, is it the best idea for the show to still be held, Night of Champions to still be held in Saudi Arabia, or should the WWE consider moving the show back to somewhere in the States? And if it should move it somewhere in the States, where should they move it to?
Well, automatically, I'm thinking, yeah, you got to keep this in the States. You can't, with all the stuff that's going on right now, you shouldn't even be, there shouldn't even be a consideration that to still do it. But
Right.
I mean, I know money talks and
Absolutely.
everything like that. So I don't know if a deal's being worked out for extra protection or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But in
Triple
my
H is good friends with Donald Trump, and of course, Triple H's mother-in-law is in Donald Trump's cabinet. So I'm sure they
right.
can probably work something out where there'll be like some type of Air Force or something like that, and they'll do maybe like a couple extra tribute to the troop shows in December, just in case,
They'll bring those back and have them
Yeah.
aired on television.
Oh God, please don't bring back the tribute to the troop shows. Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't bring those back. But yeah, man, it's scary times we're living in, but at the same time, if I'm looking at it and let's just say something happens where Iran indicates that if there are any flights in the sky, we may take advantage of them or things like that, God forbid. But if they do decide to do something like that, you look at it and you're like, okay, well, if you're going to stay on American soil, where could this show be? And I could think of no better place than Chicago, Illinois. And I'm not saying that because we're close by and because I'm from there, or even that CM Punk is from there. There's so much rich history in this feud between John Cena and CM Punk. That show would sell out in minutes. You would literally have to take away the whole stage because that show would sell out in minutes, and people would literally be up in the rafters at the Allstate Arena just to be there for that show.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But if we're going with a more realistic approach of if they do keep it in the States, it's going to be probably at like Tampa or something. Or I wouldn't even be surprised if they just do it at the Performance Center where NXT is taped. Really? I would not be surprised. The redo of the Thunderdome from the COVID era. I mean, it would not surprise me, especially in this time of cost cutting that TKO is going through right now. They've already made the money off the ticket sales from Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. Might as well keep saving up that money that you're earning, and because who knows how much it's going to cost with this being a last minute thing to rent out the Allstate Arena, or if they come to St. Louis, the Enterprise Center or anything. Well, actually, they can't even do the Enterprise Center because the U.S. Olympic trials are happening down here this week, so they can't even get in the Enterprise Center. There's going to be ice skating going on all week for the U.S. Olympic team for next winter. So,
wow.
So it's going to be it's a tough spot, but if you actually think about the safety of your workers, your wrestlers, it's going to suck for a big match in a great pay-per-view like this because you're going to have a King of the Ring, you're going to have a Queen of the Ring champion, then you also have Punk and Cena, and then who could forget AJ Styles versus Dirty Dom for the IC title.
That's a match.
It sucks, but I don't know how they're going to pull it off by going somewhere that has fans or that will sell out an arena in 1 week.
Yeah. And you know what? I think now that I've spoken to you about this and I've said it out loud, it does make more sense just to keep the show in Saudi and just take your chances if you're going to do something like that. It's a paid show already. You made millions off of the show already. Saudi Prince has already paid you millions. You will have the Saudi government behind you and their military behind you to protect you in the airway until, like I said, until you get back overseas, and then, like I said, they'll probably fly back. So, I mean, you do have protection. You will have protection while you're in the air, and they'll make sure everybody gets in and gets out safe. I'm sure of it. So, probably, I can't say I'm sure of anything, but I would think that they work something out like that. So, it's better just to keep the show then that way, because a show like this, a stat card like this card to me is almost damn near better than anything they put on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And if the matches deliver, my goodness, and the storyline that they're going to tell, and the things like John Cena, the fanatics things has been happening all weekend, and John Cena got up there and talked, and he literally said, that he that him and CM Punk are planning something special for this next upcoming week for Raw, for SmackDown, and for the Night of Champions show. So it's gonna be good. It's going to be must-see TV, and I think doing it in front of a live crowd is the best route to go. I don't want any more Thunderdome stuff. Don't set up any fake stages, anything like that. Don't have fans on television tubes. I don't want anything like that. I want the real deal. I want to sit in my house on Saturday, eat some food, and watch a damn good show. That's what I'm hoping for.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
Speaking of watching, guys, it's time for who to watch for in wrestling.
All right, everybody, thank you once again for tuning in to Who to Watch For this week in wrestling. And we have a couple of good contenders for this week. We have one current AEW star and then one former AEW star who is now in WWE. And I'll get right to that. Let's start in the women's division in NXT. Mariah May, a.k.a. Blake Monroe, signed her official contract. And it is looking like she is going to be in action in ring on Tuesday. Now, that is speculation, but either way, she is going to be featured heavily, and especially in the NXT Women's Championship picture already. That's how good she already is and how highly they think of. I know Shawn Michaels is going to cook something up really good for us. It will probably lead to a match at Evolution. Evolution 2, I should specify. But either way, Blake Monroe in action this Tuesday. That is what the dirt sheets are saying. Now, going over to AEW, and quite a development happened this past weekend in AEW involving Mr. Okada, and Okada is now a member of the Don Callis family. I think that's a good idea. Nothing wrong with that. But wasn't he with the Young Bucks and all of them in that group? So what does that mean for the future? Now, this could just be an entire booking disaster, or it could actually be a somewhat logical planning. I'm not sure what it is, but either way, I'm going to be tuned in for it because I think Okada is amazing. I think he is a great wrestler. His mic skills have definitely gotten better, but still need a little bit of work. But who better to help him out than Don Callis, the ultimate heel? Him and Paul Heyman, the two best heel managers ever in the sport of wrestling. So stay tuned to see how that storyline develops with Okada in AEW, and that's who to watch for this week in wrestling.
Thank you so much, Coach, for that. Who to watch for in wrestling? I will say this: I am definitely looking forward to NXT Tuesday nights, and you should be too, because on Tuesday nights after NXT is over, that's right, we drop an NXT review. Who's next in NXT? You want to check those out? Be here on this channel every Tuesday night for that, along with the Monday night Raw Dog Monday nights. Thursday night we drop an AEW review from the Wednesday, and then of course you don't want to miss the freaky one on Fridays. Freaky Fritos dropping his SmackDown review with the SmackDown hold down, low down, throw down, mow down, toe now, whoa now. That's right, Freaky one, Freaky Fritos. Shout out to him, shout out to Big C, shout out to Coach and Tank, the rest of the family of We Book It. But yeah, speaking back to Raw, there's a certain superstar that still gets the pop of a lifetime every time his music hits. It does not matter who he's facing. It does not matter who he's going against. It does not matter who's in the ring already. He holds his own. He shows that he is amazing at what he does. And it could be time for him to move shows.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, we have to say what everybody's saying. L.A.
Knight. Yeah.
That's right. LA Knight. So I've been seeing all over the internet and the wrestling communities talking about the rumors that there has been a lot of discussion backstage in WWE about the potential of LA Knight moving over to Monday Night Raw, where he could potentially move into that main event picture. And if we're looking at it, actually, Coach, the signs are all pointing towards it. I mean, the draft is coming up. They are going to end up doing the draft. And then, like I said, you also are looking at the fact of who he's feuding with right now. He's feuding with the whole group that's not even on the same show as him. So it would just only make sense for him to potentially move over to Monday Night Raw and potentially be the one to dethrone Seth Rollins when he does eventually hold that World Heavyweight Championship. What do you think about these things?
I think it's great. I think it makes the most logical sense. You know me, I go from a storyline perspective. If it works in a storyline, then it's going to work in the ring. And if you think storyline-wise, Seth Rollins beat LA Knight at Money in the Bank because of his extra posse and everything. So it makes sense that LA Knight knew that was his one chance, probably his last chance that he could get to be a world champion. And now he is taking matters into his own hand. And not only that, he's way over with the crowd. He's been over with the crowd. The U.S. title run that he had was a good precursor for what a World Heavyweight Championship title run could be. It was met with a lot of positivity, not only backstage, but in the crowd. So it makes the most sense. And plus, if this group that Seth Rollins has, one thing I think they need to do before they officially make the move for LA Knight to come over to Raw, I want to see more havoc from the group. Whether that's adding somebody or it's just letting them go on a destructive path. And right now we're only seeing it against wrestlers, and that's like, I get that. That's fine. But I want, and only in ring, I should say, only in ring wrestlers.
Yep.
I want to see some havoc backstage from them. And then at that point, then you get Adam Pearce wondering like how he can control all this. And then when that draft happens, he knows the one equalizer is LA Knight and get him over to Raw. So that would make the most sense storyline to me. And I'm sure Netflix is probably pushing for LA Knight to join Raw to get that star power up. Because I know the Netflix ratings, they're good, but they could be better. And I think Netflix sees how much of the ratings LA Knight brings in, so they want him over there now. So it's a little bit of both. It's storyline-wise, but I think it's also money-wise that they're pushing this. But either way, I'm excited.
I love that you brought up the ratings aspect of things, because I think a lot of people fail to realize that there actually is real competition between the higher ups on Netflix and the higher ups on USA. I mean, like, it was the same thing when it was Fox and it was USA. I mean, that's really why USA wanted to drop Monday Night Raw and pick up Friday Night SmackDown, because they no longer wanted, to they wanted to get Roman Reigns. They wanted Cody Rhodes on that show. They wanted those guys on the USA Network. And that's why you see Cody on a lot of the USA propaganda and stuff like that, because they wanted, like I said, they wanted those things. So it's great. It's great for television, and I think it will be great for LA Knight. It'll be a fresh coat of paint for LA Knight to be able to go over there and to have success and to hopefully win a world championship over there. And I think, again, he's shown that he's fully capable of being able to carry a roster and be the guy. I don't think there needs to be any concern, if that is their concern, that he can't be the guy or anything like that. Because to me, I think LA Knight, in any ring he steps into, you don't see him flinch, you don't see him worried, you don't see him scared. But at the same time, you do see him hold his own on promos against anybody and everybody. It don't matter who's in the ring. He's going to say what he has to say, and it's going to stick like lightning, and it works every single time. I mean, he's just that good, just that good. So I wish and hope nothing but the best for him, and his whole run with being on that show. So we move on from that, and I want to get your thoughts on this. I want to slide some AEW in here real quick. Timeless Toni Storm dropped one heck of a promo again, and it just, dude, everything she does right now just turns to gold, man. Like, it's so refreshing for her, like her character and who she's become, and this Timeless. And like, she brought up the fact that Mercedes Moné, these two are headed to All In Texas to fight each other for the AEW Women's World Title. And it's amazing to me how Toni can just make you care about something that I had no interest in. And I do think Toni Storm should win and beat her and keep the championship. I have no interest in Mercedes. I don't have interest in watching the matches. I don't have interest in our promos. I don't have interest in seeing anything from her. I don't even want her on my television. I'm
6 belts.
Yeah. Sadie 6 belts is her name. So like,
no.
You didn't like it? All right.
No. Well, no. Was that something that you came up with, or is that actually what's being said?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if people are saying that, then I've seen a lot of Mercedes stands out there on the Twitter sphere trying to defend her and everything. And like, listen, I have all the respect in the world for her, and I loved her as Sasha Banks. And then when she went off and did her own thing independently, I thought that was good. First little bit of AEW, I really liked her there too. But what's just happening now? It's not clever. It's boring. And and logical people will see that I guess my question is, what's the end game with her winning all these belts? Is it just for sole notoriety that she's won all of these at the same time? I don't get it. I guess that's my question, is what was the end game? And if people criticize me for that, I thought the same thing with when Roman Reigns first became the tribal chief and won the title and held it for a year. I was still wondering, what's the end game with this? But eventually we got there. That game
paid off, though. It
did.
So unless you go have Mercedes Moné do a pay-per-view show where she literally has to defend each of those titles, and she has to continuously fight all night long for those championships, then there's no end game in all this.
That would be a great idea. That is a great idea. That is genius.
Have
It
her
would,
have her do in one night. She has to fight all night long,
and
and she literally drops every title.
that could be AEW's counter to WWE's Evolution, making an all women's pay-per-view. And I mean, everyone wins in that situation in AEW. That is a genius idea.
Thank you. One of these years, one of these days, I will win booking champion of the world. Hopefully.
And maybe on
Oh
Saturday,
man.
you never know.
But
You never know.
oh, you never know. So Mercedes Moné. So I want to read to you a little bit of Timeless Tony's promo, because this was just beautiful. She said, Mercedes
Yes.
Moné, I am disappointed in you. 3 weeks ago, you shook my hand and said we would have the biggest women's match of all time. And since then, you have been eating steak, playing on your telephone, and trying to kiss me. And now you are still in Mexico because you have won yet another title. Is that all I am to you? Is that all this is to you? Another trophy for your shelf? Another toy for your collection? Now, I want to say this as nicely as possible. Mercedes, I am not some other motherfucker. I am Timeless Toni Storm. The crowd popped hard.
Oh, yeah.
I am the AEW Women's World Champion, and if you make one false move, I'm going to eat you alive. I demand your best, Mercedes, because that is what you are. One day my reign will be over, and there is nobody more deserving than you. The day I met you, I knew what you were destined to be. You were the first woman to wrestle at Madison Square Garden, the Tokyo Dome, Wembley Stadium, and Arena Mexico. Well, I was the last woman to wrestle at Woodanaga Sport and Leisure Center before it closed down for a cockroach infestation. I sincerely believe you are the greatest of all time. I am not, nor was I ever meant to be. I am a manic, neurotic, erotic, sexually questionable, consistently sweating, bottom-heavy, transatlantic whore. And when this belt is in my bosom, I make magic happen. So unless you plan on pulling a rabbit from your snatch, I highly doubt you can say the same. Bravo.
Oh,
So
we got 2 pipe bombs.
Oh my gosh. So at all in front of the entire world and that little girl watching from home, you will look me in the eye and you will realize that I'm going to beat you and you're going to have to kill me. Man. Let me tell you something. Timeless Toni Storm. If John Cena wouldn't have cut that promo on Friday night, she would have won best promo of the week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I agree.
magic. She's so good. She's just so dang good, man. Everything about her is just so good. The presentation, the promos, the in-ring stuff, all of it is so damn good. Man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Hey, Virgil, I hate to do this to you, man, but I got to hop off. I just got a phone call that is kind of important that I need to take.
Okay. Go ahead, take that.
But yeah, hey, man, it was a pleasure doing business with you once again on Sunday nights.
Appreciate you, sir.
All right, man. See you guys.
So we go on from there, and let's talk about after that, it's time for the throwback moment. All right. So your throwback moment of the week for this week, let's take you way back, way back. How about we say let's go 25 years back? I was recently watching on WWE. They brought in Kurt Angle to reprise and look at some of his greatest matches that he's had since he has been since he was with a WWE and since he was with wrestling. And let me tell you something. King of the Ring 2000 for me was one of my favorites. It would see Kurt Angle actually win and become the 2000 Kurt of the King of the Ring. Also, this show would also feature a 6-man tag team match main event. It would be Triple H, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon versus The Rock, The Undertaker, and Kane for the WWF Championship, with the McMahons not wanting to become WWF champion, but wanting to keep Triple H the WWF champion, and then Rock, Taker, and Kane all wanting to become WWF champion. And to me, y'all, this was one of the best matches. You actually saw the Undertaker pick up Shane. Shane was on the top rope, getting ready to try to dive on the top rope, and Undertaker literally hopped on the apron, grabbed him by the throat, and choke slammed him, choke slammed him through a tape, through the announce table. Literally, Shane McMahon was, by God, Shane McMahon was broken in half. Shane McMahon broken in half. That match would see The Rock hit the people's elbow on Vince McMahon, and then pin him to become the WWF champion. Triple H literally lost the WWF championship without even losing, without even winning the match, without even losing the match or being pinned in the match. The tournament, the first match that was for the King of the Ring quarterfinal was Rikishi versus Chris Benoit. That was a really good match. That would see Rikishi win, but Chris Benoit would go ape nuts on him and end up taking the chair to his arm and beating him down. Put him in the crossface with the turnbuckle in there. Then you saw the next quarterfinal match was Eddie Guerrero versus Val Venus. Um, Venus took advantage after China helped by preventing Trish Stratus from interfering, and then Venus will win that match. And then you saw Bull Buchanan versus Crash Holly. In the next match, Holly would duck and pin Bull Buchanan with a roll up, and then Chris Jericho versus Kurt Angle would be the next match. And that match was a really good one. Angle attempted to hit the angle slam on Jericho, but Jericho hit the angle slam. But Jericho avoided the move and locked in the walls of Jericho. And then the WWF Women's Champion, Stephanie McMahon, who hated Chris Jericho at this time, interfered in the match. And then, like I said, Stephanie tried to hit Jericho with the Women's Championship belt, but Jericho ducked, and then Angle was hit instead. Jericho then kissed Stephanie, but Angle got the advantage and hit an Angle slam on Jericho for the win. That match was great between those guys. And then after that, like I said, it was a bunch of matches on this card. But last but not least, the finals of this King of the Ring would lead Kurt Angle against Rikishi. Rikishi dominated most of the match. And then Rikishi hit Angle with a Samoan drop, a neck breaker, and a sting face, was able to defeat Angle. Angle performed an Angle slam on Rikishi, but got a near fall. Rikishi hit Angle with the Savate kick and climbed on the top rope, but Angle attacked Rikishi, hit him with a belly-to-belly suplex from the top rope, and then won the King of the Ring tournament off of that. So this, guys, if you have time, go back and check out King of the Ring 2000. You will see The Rock in his prime. You will see Triple H in his prime. You will see The Undertaker, Kane. You will see a fresh Kurt Angle just getting ready to take off. This would propel Kurt Angle all the way to the WWF Championship by No Mercy of that year. So, I'm sorry, was it No Mercy? Yeah, I think it was, because then Survivor Series, The Rock went against Rikishi. It's because Rikishi ended up costing The Rock the WWF Championship. So yeah, like I said, great though. Great pay-per-view. Go watch King of the Ring 2000. 2000 is one of my favorite years in wrestling. I could pretty much tell you every main event from the year 2000 in WWF. I used to go rent the box movie sets of the 2000 pay-per-views from the movie store. So, all right, that is your throwback moment. All right, and we are back with you guys. Final topic of today. The WWE announced that Liv Morgan, she did get injured on Monday Night Raw this past Monday. She dislocated her shoulder. She will be out for probably 3 to 6 months. So the question is, what do you do with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship? She has been WWE Women's Tag Team Champion for a while now, and WWE has no plans, reportedly, to have her relinquish the championships. Well, there's an easy solution to this. You need to give Roxanne Perez that WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. It's unfortunate this is the second time this will happen like this, where technically the championship would just be handed over to somebody else to stand in another person's place because they're injured or off doing something else. I think in Jade Cargill's thing, it was storyline driven, but for this is actually real. She really is injured. So unfortunately, she will miss some time. But with that being said, you literally just let Roxanne Perez slide in and literally take over the Judgment Day and have her heel run. And then when Liv is ready to come back, she finds out things are not how they're supposed, how she thought they were. And she finds out that she has lost her team. She's lost Big Mommy Cool, Finn Balor, and she's even lost Dom Mysterio because because Roxanne Perez has taken over everything. She now runs the Judgment Day. And then you have those two feud, and it will be great matches, great wrestling together, and Liv Morgan will come back as a babyface. It's been a long time since Liv Morgan's been a babyface. So I think it's time. I think it'll be cool to see her become a babyface. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. This has been another episode of the WeBook It Sunday Night Delight. Hope you guys all have enjoyed it. Until next time, keep those booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking.